here are the instructions for the Spectroscope Lab. There are going to be two tubes you are looking at, okay? And the spectroscope is that object right there. You look through this end and you line up the light source with the slit, which is right there, okay? So you will have two tubes, and these things get really hot, so do not touch the bulb. You're going to line up the spectroscope with the light. And again, you want to line it up with the slit. So the slit is that thing right there, okay? Not the numbers, but that's the slit. You line the slit up with the light. Now this is the tricky thing, is you have to make sure the light is going through the slit, but you're going to look over here at the numbers. So you look at the numbers, but you line the light up with the slit, okay? So you line that sucker up, try to keep it steady, and then move the eyeball, not the spectroscope. Because if you move the spectroscope when you look, you move off the light. You want to keep the slit right on the light, and then you're going to look. That's not really a good angle. But anyhow, you line that thing up, and then you look at the numbers, okay? When you look through the spectroscope, you are going to, I don't think I can do this, but I can maybe try. There you go. See, the light is lined up with the slit. Okay. You line up the light. There we go. And then once you have the light coming through there, then you look at the numbers on the right side. And when you look at the numbers on the right side, you're going to see this. And each has 10 graduates in between them. So if the line, the colored line is right there, I would say that the line occurs at a wavelength of 4.2, and then I get to make my guess. All of these are to the 7th power, negative 7th power. So make your guess, and then put it to the negative 7th. Also write down the color of the line. You are only going to look at the 3 or 4 brightest lines, okay? Then from the lines that you saw, you are going to go and predict what the element is by using the spectral chart, trying to see where the bands of light match up, okay? That is part A. You will have to do some calculations later on over here. If you get stuck on the calculations, there's a 3-minute video that shows you how to do that. Part B, you're going to draw what you see through the spectroscope. And I've got colored pencils so that you can draw what you see, okay? And you got your incandescent bulb, and you are going to, again, look through your spectroscope. And when you look through the spectroscope, you're going to see a rainbow. Then you're going to move blue test tube in front of the spectroscope. Now, once again, you need to keep the slit, which is that thing, over the test tube. You look over at the numbers, but you keep the slit aligned on the blue test tube. So, boop, like that, and then put it literally right up on the test tube. Because if you don't, you're going to stray off of it. By putting it right on the test tube, it keeps you in the correct spot, okay? So if you're seeing the whole rainbow, you're doing something wrong. So line it up on the slit, look through there, and draw what you see. Then do the same thing, but now with the red test tube, okay? And again, line up on the slit. So you don't have to finish the whole lab, but at least get the data, okay?